Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your daily basketball recap. My name is Levi Jacob,
My name is Jason Blatt.
and we are going to jump right into it. We had a total number of 7 games following this Sunday night, and I think that we should jump in with the most exciting one. Game of the night, Lakers beat the 76ers 112-108 off a LeBron James go-ahead 3, and he scored 29 points. As well as Luka Doncic had a Luka Devil. That's what we should call him from now on. Luka Doncic
The
had a
Devil.
triple double. This Los Angeles Lakers team is they're getting going. This is very exciting. This is very exciting stuff.
Yeah, I feel like half of the minutes time that I'm here, I'm talking about how I can glaze the Lakers next. But in all honesty, if they keep playing like this, that's what they're going to get. I think what was crucial, two things that were crucial about last night's game is number one, LeBron showed that he still has it. Right, we've seen older LeBron using his IQ, using his maneuvering over the past few games, and last night he went down. He was driving to the basket. He made those clutch plays in those last few seconds, and he was showing his 2018 side again. And the second point, I think, is we have to recognize that after really carrying the load with a lot of Luka and Braun missing time, AR took a chill night. 11-4-4, really did not go all out there, but he was still such a vital piece of the team, and it's nice to get to see him relax a little bit.
Yeah, on that same note, I think it's actually really important to realize that he went 3 for 16 from the field, which is to say that I think that LeBron I think he's very, very good at feeling the vibes of the game. I think everyone that's well established at this point in his career, and in his very young career. But he managed to really pick up the fact that Austin was having a little bit of a hard time scoring, and he said, "Okay, so I'll fill in, no problem, no big deal." Luka even was 9 for 24, didn't matter, really didn't matter. Not to take anything away from the Sixers team, Maxey had 28, 7 and 9 with 2 steals, 2 blocks. He's like he's really taken it up a level. I don't think that anybody knew from the beginning of his career that Maxey was going to be like this. He's
Yeah,
just astounding.
yeah, it was. I think it was his first points of the game. I'm remembering back where he went in for that like crazy dunk where he was flying in the air. He looked like Michael Jordan or John Morant out there. I had to rewind multiple times to rewatch that play. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah, he's really taken it up a level. He is the man. He is the man in Philadelphia right now. VJ Edgecombe put together another solid game, 15, 5 and 3. Shooting was okay. They're starting to do a little bit more by committee. I mean, sans Maxey, he's a whole other deal. But Embiid is, he was 4 for 21. It's not. I just don't think he's ever going to be the same, honestly, which is depressing a little bit. But it is what it is. McCain also, he hasn't shown that it's picking up as much as everyone was hoping it would. And Graham's got less shots because of everybody else back in rotation. So Paul George also played. Yeah, the Sixers team has a lot of contracts that I think they'll have to figure out what to do with, but not a lot of teams will want them is the problem. So I hope that they can have success with this team that they have put together right now, but only the time will tell. But this Maxey's really been doing everything for this team. It's really like I'm at a loss for words even on how to congratulate him for this effort.
Yeah.
Um,
And also
and he,
Embiid being the level of player that he should be. His backup should not be getting 18 minutes. Andre Drummond going for a double game, playing almost 20 minutes. That's not how you back up an MVP.
right. I think also the problem is that his stats tell a different story than the actual play on the court for Andre Drummond. I think that they need a bona fide backup. Like it could be that their 6-man needs to be an actual good center. Adem Bona does that for them sometimes. Sometimes he's injured, sometimes he's whatever, but he's not, they need a starting caliber center who's able to play 6-man for them because Embiid is just he's not reliable. They need someone to be able to step in to do that. Okay, next. Knicks beat the Magic 106-100. Whoa, this game, I did a little bit of a prelude yesterday for it because I had finished watching the game by the time I did that recap. Franz Wagner got injured. It didn't look like the most gruesome injury, but it didn't look great. I really hope that he's okay. I don't know. I didn't see any news breaking about that yet. I hope that he's okay. I think it's actually to the day. I think it's the 7th. No, yeah, to the 7th. He had his oblique injury last year, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Not like no conspiracy theory. Just it looked, just bizarre. Desmond Bane launched a ball off of the back of OG Anunoby, also very bizarre. Like it was just a lot of like under the surface aggression going on. By the end of this game, the Magic seemed a lot closer than the actual end result should have been. But I actually happen to like the Magic's bench this year. I think it's produced a lot more than a lot of people thought it would. It's it's better than one might think, but to be honest with you, the Knicks, they've gotten their offense more down to a science. Their defense is still aggressive as ever, but their offenses they've gotten more down to a science. However, Towns wasn't playing this game, but they need to rely on the right people in this game, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, I would say like you said, the Magic's bench really stepped up. Anthony Black looked fantastic. Jace Richardson was pulling his weight. Exactly what you need from a contending bench. I think a really interesting storyline to be watching is as of 2 years ago, we had 2 years ago, we had these three pillars in the East, right? It was Knicks, Bucks, Sixers, sometimes the Heat, depending on the year. And the Magic, as of late, have really been sliding in there as that third option. Now that's Celtics, Knicks being the champ of the past, the champ potentially of the future if the Knicks can pull through. And the Magic and like I'm noticing this interesting trend where like the Magic seem to have this beef, this really like rowdy, you know, relationship with the Knicks and the Celtics specifically. They're really trying to assert their dominance there.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to go over numbers quickly. Jalen Suggs was top scorer for them, 17, 3, and 4. Some 16s in there. Anthony Black is he's been interesting. 14 and 11 for them. Brunson had 30 again, 9 assists on 10 of 23 shooting. OG Anunoby played a very good game with 21 points. This is his first game back, second game back. I don't remember. He had like a little bit of prolonged absence.
Yeah.
Josh Hart put together a 17 and 12. Mikal Bridges this game had 12, 6, and 7, but overall this season he's actually been more offensively focused, which is exciting to see when you've paid that many picks for him. So yeah, I think Mike Brown is slowly defining what this team's identity is, and this looked like a better win to me than some of their past wins in the last month. So that's exciting because they're just getting heated up a little bit. But Anthony Towns was out with a calf strain, or not a calf strain, but some calf soreness. So hopefully that is not a storyline that keeps going. That could just end soon. Okay, next, Celtics beat the Raptors 121-113. Honestly, the Celtics team, I haven't been able to talk about it because I've been covering these games on days that the Celtics are playing. I'm impressed. I hate to say it because I hate the Celtics, but I'm impressed. You can't not congratulate them. Jaylen Brown had 38 and 5. Derek White had 27, 4 and 5. He hit 6 3-pointers. Kata's been very underrated for them, 11 and 11. Compared to this Raptors team, Ingram had 30, 4 and 3. Barnes is doing his regular thing, 18, 11 and 8. This Raptors team is on a little bit of a slide for sure, compared to the Celtics team, which is just kind of on fire right now. Jaylen Brown has been averaging ridiculous numbers, so I give them all the credit in the world. I didn't expect this.
Yeah, as a Lakers fan, obviously you never want to see the Celtics doing well, and it's really it's kudos to Missoula, kudos to the Celtics organization. Last year they gutted the team. Holiday out the door, Porzingis out the door, Tatum out for the season. Maybe he'll come back sooner. But this team's looking great. Putting together some pieces, Kata, Simons, and they've got a really solid team. Like I said in the past, like shout out to Jordan Walsh, shout out to those role players, to the others who are really pulling their weight.
Yeah. Okay, next, Nuggets Hornets. Jamal Murray scored 34 points. And Jokic finished with 28 and 11 assists, 9 rebounds, almost a triple double, near miss. And it managed to bring them out on top. This Hornets team is pretty terrible still. Miles Bridges has put together a few good games here, but when you talk about Miles Bridges, you don't want to have to talk about Miles Bridges, is the truth. Jamal Murray, though, has really been putting on a scoring exhibition the last few games. He's really been showing that he's come into the season pretty healthy. Do you think that he's an all-star this year?
I don't think so. Again, just because how it's hard. If you're in the West, if he was in the East, he'd for sure be an all-star. It's just in the West that the guard position is so deep. Steph's still going to get his. Luka's still going to get his. Like I don't think
Steph's been
Jamal
out.
slides in there. He'll still be voted an all-star.
I hear it.
There's no game. I mean, LeBron's going to be a starter in the All-Star game, and he's very much not qualified for end-season awards. Um, I think Jamal is great. It's really from what I can recall, the first season we've really seen him ball out in the middle of November, December. We really haven't seen that in the past. And this is what Jokic needed. This season, Jokic has got himself a solid. This is what everyone was always saying. Jokic needs another person to rely on in the regular season, and he needs a backup center, and he has both right now. Not all the pieces aren't always fitting in. Aaron Gordon's missed a lot of time. Cam Johnson has not been exactly what they're looking for. Bruce Brown is very much in unk form, but Jamal and Big Val really making him keeping Jokic happy. And I think one highlight of the game, one for me, was really Nipple. The Hornets team sucks, and we've seen this in the past. A nice rookie, a nice little player in Charlotte, but Nipple, man, he's going to be something.
Yeah, he's really. I think I spoke about this a couple weeks ago. He's genuinely one of the most NBA ready prospects that we've seen in a very long time, which is nuts because I feel like every single like white shooter who comes into the league, everyone's like, this is how he'll be. And Nipple's like actually done it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's has something that has absolutely translated from the college realm into the professional realm, and it's honestly it's just been remarkable to see. No LaMelo, by
Yeah,
the way, for this game.
I think it's also just referring back to thinking back to the draft. Really fun note. Saw this earlier. Cooper Flag, who's currently playing point, and Nipple are actually averaging the same number of assists per game right now, which
Yeah,
is a very interesting point. And Con has more points.
he's been an excellent connector for this team. Really just a glue guy. I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but the comparison that I heard on draft night was he's a more athletic Joe Ingles, and it's very accurate. Like in the most positive way possible, because Joe Ingles is a very underrated. I mean, not now, obviously, like before when he was with the Jazz.
In the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next, Grizzlies 119 versus Blazers 96. Santi Aldama put up 22 points. Grizzlies kind of get out to a pretty early lead here in the first quarter. They had 40, and the other Blazers had 20. Grant put up 21, 7 and 3. Avdia had a 17, 7 and 7 with 3 steals and a block. But 7 of 14 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. So he couldn't get to the free throw line so much, but it wasn't a bad game by any means from him. It's just that this Grizzlies team is kind of putting it together a little bit more. Zach Edey being on the floor, honestly, has really affected the way that this team looks on offense and defense. Just having that presence has meant the world to them. And Santi Aldama has been able to play ball the way that he prefers. Actually, and also Caldwell Pope has
16 points.
but just even before this game, he's been showing signs of life still. So I'm happy for him. And Jalen Wells, by the way, also has been a lot more consistent.
Yeah, I think this game really just comes down to which team is put more put together. You look at points per possession. The Grizzlies were over 1. The Blazers were under 1. The turnover ratio, the steals totals. It was just one team was just more put together than the other. And if I have to watch another game where Ja feels the need to size up an all NBA, an all-star player on another team, I think that Clay's interviews and words about Ja last week, 2 weeks ago, you put it perfectly. Just like Ja, you've done nothing. You've really done nothing. Let's stop. Denny tripped a guy. Clay gone to it with a rookie. Like let's stop doing anything. Get yourself back on the court. Lock away the guns and try and get yourself another all NBA.
Yeah, I think that we should now implement, or the NBA should implement a rule that Ja has to go and actually compete in an MMA fight before he's able to rejoin the Grizzlies on the court. And also, quick note to Denny, for PR purposes, please don't go around tripping people. I know it's the heat of the game, but don't do it, okay? Just don't. You don't need it. You already got a lot of things on your plate.
You got a lot to worry about.
What's your take on the Spencer brothers? How do you feel about them?
They're good. I like that storyline. Pat and Cam, kind of Pat's whole bit the other day with the pay me some more. it's a good bit. I like that you have they're kind of the Spencer brothers are the Nemhard brothers of the Curry brothers. That's what I've seen.
The
The
Nemhard brothers or the
the
Curry
Nemhard
brothers?
brothers of the Curry brothers.
My brain is a little broken from that, honestly. But okay, I'm with you.
It's they're balling. They're really two backup guards who've just been playing well when the two starters have been roughing it. You know, it's just good. It's good.
I'm
It's
still
good
trying to wrap
stuff.
my
It's
head
just good
around
stuff.
the yeah. I feel like either way, both of them have found love in the hearts of their teams that they are playing for now. So maybe they'll be around for at least a little bit longer. Okay, next, Warriors beat the Bulls 123-91. This Bulls team they're on fire in a very negative way, like house is burning down on fire. Maybe they remember that they like to tank and that's it. That's all they want to do. But
Yeah.
it's not even nice to watch. Jimmy Butler came back 19-8-6 with 2 steals. It's a little bit, if I'm being honest, alarming to me that Jimmy Butler doesn't have more production on the court when Steph is out. You would hope that he's able to average more than 19 points when Steph is out. He's just not. He doesn't really look like he cares to be there. So not cares to be there, but like be doing more. But this Warriors team, when they have Pujensi coming off the bench, seems to be a problem. Maybe they should just switch him permanently to be off the bench because when he's a starter, it looks pretty terrible. But they managed to beat the Bulls. I think that anybody right now could honestly beat the Bulls, even though Kobe White played. Giddey had 18, 3, and 5 with a steal and a block. Buzelis he's been having a really interesting sophomore season, honestly. I don't know if it's any of the way that any of us predicted it to go. He's been pretty good on defense. Good like recovery, good help defense, getting the stats for it. I think offensively we're all just expecting to make a little bit more of a leap. And he hasn't really done that. Vucevic also, I think it's diminishing returns. I think that they've lost the capital that could have been gained from trading him at some point more optimally. So it's not such a bright future for the Bulls, I think, again.
Yeah, I feel bad for Chicago fans. We started the season hot. We had Giddey
Scorching.
MVP chance. Yeah, and now what was Giddey? Giddey was a minus 20 something last night's game.
21, yeah.
Yeah, and it just wasn't sustainable. And I think one thing, like you mentioned before about Butler, like this is really becoming a very guard heavy scoring team, and it's because Steve Kerr is probably giving them those same instructions he was giving that 2017 team. Just shoot the lights out. You look at the guard play last night. All the top guards, Anthony Melton, Pods, they were all going 3, 4, 5 3-pointers made in the game. They're really running that Steve Kerr offense. Get behind the arc and pop it out.
Yeah, my only note about the Warriors is, to be honest with you, their young guy's progression is not thrilling to me. I really think at this point in his career, Moses Moody should be doing more. Pujemski has been on this team for 3 seasons now. He should be able to do this more consistently. Happy for them that Melton came back. I actually like Guy Santos also. Trace Jackson Davis, like I just feel like there's a lot of guys who are like Kevon Looney.
Jordan Poole? Oh,
Looney. They have like a bunch of these guys who are just like career Kevon Loonies who are like good role players, but like they don't have the top talent anymore to carry those role players to productive winning basketball. So
it's that double timeline. It's when you won a championship 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Was it 3, 4 years ago? And your best player was when your best guards were Steph and Clay literally yesterday, and now you're trying to develop these younger guys who were riding the bench back in the day. You can't. The double timeline thing is hard. It hasn't been done before.
Last game of the night, Thunder beat the Jazz 131-101. 30 points is a very large number of points to win by. Jalen Williams made good on his return with 5 points, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Chet Holmgren is the one who stepped up. Sorry, that's the wrong Jalen Williams is reading. That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah. Good Jalen Williams was at 25 points.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I could have sworn he played better than that. I was watching it back and I was like, I don't think that was that, but it's fine. So he really did make good on his return. 8 assists. He filled in for the SGA role a little bit because he was out this game. Chet Holmgren had 25 points, 15 of 12 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. He's just looked awesome this season. The other Jalen Williams, like I said, did not have as good of a game, but honestly, these players are filling in where needed. AJ Mitchell, you thought would have picked it up this game because he started, but he let OG Jalen Williams cook. And then they did it the rest of it by committee. Aaron Wiggins had 19, 6 of 9. This team, I don't want to jinx anything. Like, I want to talk about them so badly, and I don't want to talk about them because of how excited I am about this team and how much I want them to succeed.
I'm so done. I'm so done with the Thunder. It's like, yes, Laurie was out. Let's kind of preface that when the worst or second worst team in the league is missing their best player, it's not going to be a rough match, but they're also missing their best player, and they're winning by 30 points. The Clippers are about to tank, and then they're going to get another top 10 pick in this coming draft. Like, what are we doing here? Like, we're wasting Luka's prime. We're wasting Jokic's prime because Sam Presti put together the Avengers down in Oklahoma. Like, what are we doing over here? I don't even want to talk about this team.
Well, I was going to say that Kyle Filipowski is at least looking a little bit better for this Jazz team. He won Summer League MVP or whatever. There's nothing else to even say. Yeah, I mean, well, listen, to be fair, also, Larry he was out. Keontae George had another rough game. Ace Bailey played okay. This is a young team. It's a very young team, this Jazz team. And honestly, what I would like to know more is, do you think that Darren Peterson or Cam Boozer would look better in a Thunder jersey next season when they're winning their championship in their rookie season?
It's going to be one of them wearing a jersey. So
maybe Devanza, who knows?
I know this isn't a draft conversation, but I was going to say AJ on the Thunder would be crazy. Imagine they're starting. I don't even want to
any
talk
of
about
them.
this.
Any of them. It's sickening.
If their starting lineup was SGA, Lou Dort, AJ Devanza, J-Dub, and Chet, and then off the bench with AJ Mitchell starting point guard level, Isaiah Hartenstein starting center, like what Kaysen coming up, Isaiah, what this is going to be a 15-person. Who are they going to play? Who's Dagnall going to play? You can play a different roster every night.
It might be the first team that plays 15 players in all finals games. That's how talented they are.
And they'd still win.
It's totally nuts. Anyways,
I hate the Clippers.
You and everybody else. Also, they didn't help with this whatever. Yeah, the Clippers, maybe that's how we should end it, is I just want everyone to know that the Clippers, they messed up and continue to do so on a regular basis. And maybe they're the worst. Maybe they're the worst team in the NBA.
I think they are. And last side note, I did see some rumors online that the Lakers are considering signing Chris Paul on the veteran minimum for the rest of the season so that he could actually have his LA home final season, because that's what a real franchise does.
Look at that. How beautiful is that? Just helping people during the giving season. I love it. I love to hear it. Almost like a Christmas miracle. So beautiful.
Yeah. And think that world circle. David Stern vetoes that trade, and this is how he ends.
Kobe's final wish, huh? Look at that.
Bless his soul.
I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank Jason on the back end here for coming on the podcast again in the last minute. I want to thank Yonya, Jason's lovely wife, for allowing him to come on the podcast again. And I want to thank you all for listening. Tomorrow we should be back with Shlomo. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow.
Peace, y'all.